Hi, Maria. Thank you for accepting.
Hi, Jaime. Thank you for inviting me.
And could you tell us a little bit about you?
Well, my name is Maria Antonieta Lorente. I am a geological engineer, graduated from the Central University in Venezuela in 1987. And then I got an MSc in sedimentary geology, and I did my PhD at the University of Amsterdam. I was Professor van der Hamen, and I got my degree with honors in 1987. I have been living, well, I was born in Venezuela, and through my life, I lived in different countries like Holland, Spain, and the US. Currently, I'm living in Houston.
Can you tell us what you like in micropaleontology?
I will say more than I like. It is my passion. I love micropaleontology. And I love it because it allows me to see through my microscope the passage of time, the evolution of life on Earth, the changes in paleoenvironment through a section of rocks, and the changing climate through time. So it allows me to listen to what the rocks want to tell me. Okay, so I love it. It gives me an understanding of the world I am living and we are all living in.
Well, for this question, I'm pretty sure you have a lot to tell us. What you've done, what you do, and future plans.
Oh, what I have done. Oh my God. Well, I'm going to be very short here. First, I went through many different phases during my professional life, okay? That spans over 40 years. That's a lot of time. I can tell you I have been really almost in the top of my role, okay? From the professional point of view, from my career, I broke several glass ceilings, being the first president of the Geological Society in Venezuela, being the first specialist recognized in PDVSA exploration, well, even before it was PDVSA in Maraven. And well, I was elected a member of the CPM board, things like that, okay? But besides being sometimes at the top, I also have been through very difficult times, okay? Because even though you are in the top, suddenly the floor will fall and you will have your feet in the air. I mean, everything can change from one moment to the next. And it had happened to me several times in my life, and I have to start all over again, okay? Several times, as I said, and even had a time out of micropaleontology that was the hardest time of my life. But I am a survivor, and from passing through many changes, I hope I have got a much wider and hope wiser view or vision of my present and my future, okay? So my present is focused on keeping doing the things I like more. I like to continue working in palynology and in biostratigraphy. That's what I love. And I continue to do that. And I like to share my experience with my students. And when thinking about my future, I see my future about the same. You know, now I am almost getting out, but I want to keep doing the same, being able to hand over my experience to the younger generations and to motivate them to go ahead and pursue their dreams in science. And if somebody is looking enough to love micropaleontology, in micropaleontology.
And Maria, do you have any role model?
I have many role models. The first was my professor in paleontology when I was in the first years of my career. She was Teresa Sanchez de Benedetto. She was Argentinian. And well, she was so enthusiastic about invertebrate paleontology. She was contagious, and I got that sickness, you know. So under her guide, I decided that my future was in paleontology. That was my favorite thing in all geology. And after that, I met my thesis advisor in engineering. It was another micropaleontologist. It was a lady. Her name is Maria Lourdes Diaz de Gamero. She was just returning from her PhD in Switzerland with Dr. Bolli. So she was a kind, you know, I admire her so much that I wanted to follow her steps. So she accepted to be my mentor during my engineering thesis. After that, I met Stella Di Giacomo. Mrs. Di Giacomo showed me what palynology was. And it was a crucial moment in my life, because when I met palynology within micropaleontology, I thought, I know what I want to do the rest of my life. I want to be a palynologist. So after that, I was lucky to get in the path of Dr. Jan Muller in Holland and of Professor Thomas van der Hamen. And he was my mentor, and he's still being my role model.
Maria, and a message to inspire and empower young women and girls to pursue a career in science or micropaleontology.
Well, I would like to say a few things from my experience, okay? First, work hard to achieve your goals, to be the best on what you do. Try always hard to be the best on what you do. Be a good team player. Nobody is best on her own. We are best when we are in our teams and we support each other. And be flexible to adapt to changing circumstances in life. Life can change a lot from one day to the other. Be flexible. But don't give up to your dreams. Keep on fighting, because never is too late to achieve them. So that's my advice.
Thank you, Maria.
You're welcome.